In the realm of criminal investigations, interrogations typically unfold over a substantial period, often employing strategic, manipulative tactics by detectives to gradually break down suspects. However, there are instances that defy this norm. Today, we delve into a series of extraordinary video clips showcasing interrogations that transpired in mere minutes, if not less. Number 1. This is Quantrell Schwartzlow, a 17-year-old who is accused of sexual assault, battery, suffocation, and strangulation. Schwartzlow was apprehended at approximately 11 a.m. on October 16, 2018, during the execution of a search warrant on West Beloit Street in Orfordville. Subsequently, he was taken to the Rock County Sheriff's Office Detective Bureau, where he arrived for a custodial interview at 11:30 a.m. In a momentary lapse of attention, he found himself alone and unguarded in a locked interview room. Seizing this opportunity, he broke through a second-story window and fled. Detectives and staff promptly initiated a search of the surrounding area while sharing pertinent information with other law enforcement agencies to aid in locating him.
Oh, no f***ing way.
It was not until around 3:30 p.m. that Janesville police officers discovered Schwartzlow at one of the addresses provided. They swiftly took him into custody in the 700 block of Yuba Street in Janesville. Schwartzlow, the 17-year-old individual, had been arrested for grave offenses, including second-degree sexual assault. Schwartzlow, the 17-year-old individual, had been arrested for grave offenses, including second-degree sexual assault, strangulation, suffocation, and battery. His escape from custody led to an additional charge of escape being levied against him. As news of the incident spread, the Milton School District took precautionary measures and implemented a non-emergency lockdown, acting on the advice of the Rock County Sheriff's Office. While students continued their studies throughout the day, certain restrictions were put in place to ensure their safety. During the non-emergency lockdown, outdoor recess was suspended and classrooms remained closed. Students were supervised during bathroom breaks and hallway transitions. Those who relied on school buses were directly transported to their homes, with the sheriff's office providing additional security. Schwartzlow might have had a quick escape, but not the person in the next case. Number 2. This is Raymond Gates. He is accused of raping a 17-year-old. On the fateful night, Gates and the two girls were at his home socializing. However, things took a dark turn when Gates forced himself upon the 17-year-old victim. To make matters worse, Gates' accomplice, 18-year-old Marina Lonina, recorded the entire assault using the popular social media app Periscope. This allowed a live audience to witness the horrific event in real time. Thanks to the quick thinking of a vigilant individual from New York, local authorities were promptly notified, as confirmed by Franklin County Prosecutor Ron O'Brien.
She thought she was live streaming it would prevent something such as did occur, but that she got caught up in the likes.
Following the incident, New York investigators reached out to Columbus police to report the attack. Columbus police obtained a distressing video of the sexual assault, which helped build the case around Gates. According to investigators, Lolina continued to record as Gates fought the victim while an online audience grew. The victim can be heard screaming and saying, "Please stop." Even though that's solid evidence, the whole attack is not captured on the video, and the police had a hard time proving it. But Gates made it pretty easy for the interrogation as he slipped up and confessed it right away. Let's take a look.
She alleges that you raped her.
No, it was consensual. Nobody was forced to do anything. There was nothing. It was just I had sex with a girl. why did you walk up to me in the mall, ask me if you wanted to hang out, come to my house, hang out. They left, they went home, and then I even texted them before, like, hey, I'm probably gonna head out, I'm gonna scoot. Like, they're like, no, we're almost there, we're coming over. They came over, we were downstairs, we were eating food and stuff. I went outside, we were smoking cigarettes, and then I was like, do you want to go upstairs? They were like, she was like, yeah, I want to go upstairs. They came upstairs, she sat down right beside me on the bed, we hung out, we talked for a bit, she took her jacket off, the other girl took her jacket off, and then she started kissing me, we started making out, and then we had, one thing led to another, and we had sex. She was a virgin though, so she was like, all right, I'm ready, do what you want, and everything like that. And she was like, ooh, for a second, and I was like, it's cool, baby, it's fine. And then she was like, all right. I was like, you ready? Is this cool? We have sex. She was like, yeah. And then we had sex. There was nothing forced. They could have left at any time they wanted to. They're at my house. No one was forced to do anything or anything like that.
Gates tried to downplay the whole situation, but he forgot that everything was live streamed.
The problem is that the video, she was live streaming it at the time.
Okay.
A bunch of people saw it.
Okay.
Hundreds.
All right.
And yes, she is sitting with you on the bed and stuff, but when it comes down to the point where you're actually going to penetrate her, starting to penetrate her vagina, she screams, no, stop.
We were talking the whole time. I mean, girls get, she's a virgin and stuff, man. She said before that, I don't give a fuck what you do. She said that, is that on the video? When she was like, I don't care what you do, I don't care, I mean, I took a girl's virginity before, she's in my fucking bedroom, dude. She's in my bedroom, she's right there. I'm not a fucking rapist, dude. I am not a rapist. I am a good guy. I've only been with a few women. I am not a rapist. This girl came back to my house. She's 18, she's a virgin, she's telling me she wants to lose her virginity, man. She's ready to do it and everything. And then right a couple seconds before, and she's like, I don't know, and stuff like that. I mean, that's how girls get when they lose virginity. And then afterwards, we're like holding each other and stuff. And she's like saying she's not mad at me, she's not upset with me. They got drunk, I got drunk. She's in my bedroom, she's upstairs and everything. She's telling me, yes, everything's cool. She's cool with making out. She's cool with us getting naked. She's cool with us being there. And then all of a sudden, right a couple seconds before, I'm sure I'm sure that's what happens. Girls are like, oh, I don't know, it's going to hurt and stuff like that. I'm like, it's okay. It's going to be okay, She says, it was there, let's go upstairs. We're sitting on my bed. She sits right beside me right here, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we start
that's on the video.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and she sits right beside me. She
Right.
takes her jacket off, indicating because we start making out. Things are getting hot and heavy and stuff like that. Her clothes are off. She's in my bed. I'm on top of her and stuff. She was there in my bedroom wanting to have sex. As far as I know, that's what's going on. That's why we're here. That's why we're there. It wasn't my idea to get drunk. It wasn't my idea any of this. Why are you gonna?
Right. When she screamed, stop! Please don't do this. It hurts so much.
I was already inside of her at that point. I mean, oh no, stop! I'm already inside of her there, man. It's already that's when she's like, oh, it hurts, which it hurts when a girl gets her virginity taken. And then I pulled out when she screamed that, and I was like, whoa, was I in too far? And then I'm out of her, and then she's like, and then I put back in a little bit, and she's like, are you even in me? She says that at one point, and then it's over, and then I finish, and then it's done, and we hold each other. I'm thinking everything's cool. I'm thinking everything's consensual. I'm holding her and stuff like that. I mean, I don't.
The scariest part about all of this is that Gates probably still thinks that he is innocent. However, the detective caught him off guard, and they had everything they needed from the interview. Rapist Raymond Gates was sentenced to 9 years in prison. While Gates probably still thinks he is innocent, the man in the next case knew right away that he was guilty. Number 3. This is Ricky Haythorne, a double murderer and rapist with the fastest confession ever. Haythorne allegedly murdered Tommy Skeens, 52, and his girlfriend, Lara Kuchar, 45. Detectives suspect that Haythorne had made unwanted sexual advances toward Kuchar, which may have contributed to the horrific turn of events. Disturbingly, when authorities arrived at the scene, they found Kuchar partially undressed and subjected to brutal physical assault. Further evidence was uncovered, including a blood-soaked piece of wood and a discarded condom in close proximity. But the investigation didn't have to be ongoing for long, as when Haythorne was brought up for an interview, he confessed even before the interrogation started.
Hey,
Hey,
come on in.
hey, yes, sir.
Yeah, I did.
How was it?
I did it.
You know what? Let's do this.
I did it, but I think somebody came behind me and finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay.
But they was trying to fucking run me nuts. Yeah, I did it. But there's 3 more people. I don't know.
And you know what?
They was living when I left. But I think somebody came in behind me and finished them off. I did beat the shit out of them. But it was somebody else. I left.
Okay.
They was running me nuts with that spice shit. And I couldn't take it no longer. But I don't know who came behind me. They was living. But I don't know after I left.
And remember this, okay? I wasn't there, okay?
I wasn't either, but I don't know.
Listen to what I'm saying. So like that, I
They was
listen to
trying
what
to run
you're
me fucking
saying,
nuts, man, with that spice.
and you
put
listen to
everything
what I
on me.
say.
I did
Let's
it,
just
yeah.
do this.
I did
okay?
some of it, but I don't know who come behind me. They was living.
And this is the great opportunity, like I told you, that we were
Yeah.
going to be fair.
There's no use to me
Yeah.
lying anyway. I made it.
So what we're going to do is this. Since I don't know you, and you don't know me, I think respect is the number one thing always, because it makes you think that at least here, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to listen to what you have to say, because I know what we got. You see what I'm saying? This is the opportunity that you get to come in and say, hey, I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what's going through your head. That's why we're here. And that's why we do this. And we do it all the time. But we're going to give you the opportunity
They've been
to sit
following
down
me
and
for
talk.
4 months, man. Just every time I go around the corner, they come. I don't know. I mean, I'm shaking and all of this, and I can't get rid of them. And they on that. And they trying to get me to do this. You know, I can't take it no longer.
And that's what we want to hear.
I couldn't.
That's what we want to hear. Your
I
story.
mean, I'm shaking every day,
Well, then
man.
tell us about it.
And I don't even
Come sit
smoke
down.
the spice,
Come
man.
sit down
I mean,
here and we'll
I
figure
drink,
this out.
but
That's all we
it's
want to
been
hear.
4 months.
That's all we want to hear.
That was maybe the most unexpected and fastest confession ever, which resulted in Haythorne being given 3 life sentences. Let's move on from a quick confession to a very honest and detailed one. Number 4. This is Jared Murray, a student who killed his friend because he wanted to know what it feels like to kill someone. This is probably one of the more famous and scariest interview cases ever. Gennaro Sanchez, a freshman student at East Central University, tragically became the victim of Jared Murray's chilling plan. Murray confessed to investigators that he had spent weeks contemplating the act of killing someone.
Any reason why you might have done this young man?
No, ma'am.
No reason.
No, ma'am.
You have nothing to say for yourself.
No, ma'am.
You want to tell the community anything?
No, ma'am.
Driven solely by his curiosity about the experience of taking a life, he specifically selected Sanchez as his target. On December 5, 2012, Murray lured Sanchez by asking him for a ride to Walmart in exchange for $20. Little did Sanchez know that this innocent act would lead to his untimely demise. Upon reaching the Walmart parking lot, Murray brandished a stolen .40 caliber Springfield handgun. He then coerced Sanchez to drive north of Asher. Fearing for his life, Sanchez experienced a moment of relief when Murray unloaded the weapon and placed the magazine on his own lap. However, unbeknownst to Sanchez, Murray had another loaded magazine concealed in his pocket. Their journey led them to Substation Road, where Murray swiftly loaded the weapon and fired 2 shots at Sanchez. The first missed, but the second struck him in the head. The vehicle veered off the road, colliding with a tree in a ditch. Murray callously dragged Sanchez's wounded body out of the driver's seat and onto the ground. Despite Sanchez's labored breathing, Murray heartlessly fired another round into his head, ending his life. To conceal this heinous act, Murray covered the corpse with dirt, leaves, and a single stick. But he couldn't escape accountability for too long. Murray was arrested shortly after and interrogated.
And at that time, you made a couple of statements to me when I put you down on the ground. And then after we got up, I read your rights to you, correct?
You read my rights before I got up, sir.
Okay. Before you got up off the ground.
Yes, sir.
But you did make a couple of statements.
Yes, sir, I did
before
make a
I
couple
read your
statements,
rights,
sir.
without me asking you anything.
Yes, sir.
You told me you was the guy that I was trying to find.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then I read your rights to you.
Yes, sir.
And then rights was you had the right to remain silent.
The Miranda rights, sir.
Okay. Anything you say can be used in court.
Yes, sir.
You had the right to talk to an attorney, having present when you've been questioned.
Yes, sir.
And if you couldn't afford to hire one, want to be appointed to represent you.
Yes, sir.
And I asked you then if you wanted to talk to me.
Yes, sir.
And you agreed to talk.
At the time, I said no, but didn't I?
No. I read your rights to you.
But whenever you asked me if I wished to talk with you about it,
You said you didn't know, and then you said
yes,
And then
yeah, that's right.
And then you said, yes, I've already told you, so
Yes.
I might as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And during that talk, do you remember what you told me after I read your Miranda warning to you?
Not word for word, but the effect, yes.
Okay, and what do you remember telling me?
In summation, that I'm guilty, yes.
Of what?
Of murder.
Okay, and who did you murder?
Gennaro.
And how did you murder him?
With a gun. I shot him in the head twice.
Okay.
3 shots were fired, 1 missed.
And where did you shoot? Where was this? Did it?
Around 5 miles north of Asher, Oklahoma, on our side road.
This behavior does indicate some mental illness. Murray is acting like he didn't just commit murder and is showing no signs of remorse.
And how'd you guys hook up?
I went down to his dorm room and asked if I could be given a ride to Walmart in exchange for $20 gas money.
Okay. And did he agree to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did he in fact take you to Walmart?
Yes, sir. We got in his pickup truck and he drove me to Walmart.
And so you're talking about the Walmart in Ada?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's a couple miles from the school?
1.7 miles, sir.
1.7 miles.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so he took you to Walmart?
Yes, sir.
And did you both go in?
No, we did not go in, sir.
Okay, and why not?
We pulled into the parking lot, then I pulled the weapon on him and demanded that he take me to Asher, Oklahoma, sir.
Okay, and why did all of a sudden did you decide that you needed to go to Asher?
Because I was planning to take him out into the country and kill him.
Okay. So when you got him at the dorm, was your intention never to go to Walmart?
Yes, sir.
You was, in fact, was you at that point already in your mind was going to take him and kill him?
Yes, sir.
Had he done something to you?
No, sir.
Okay. So you just, can you kind of tell me when you made this decision that you were going to take him and kill him, why?
I made the decision 3 days prior to the incident. Attempted it 2 days prior to the incident, but he was not in his room, and then did so today as he was in his room.
Okay. So you've been planning this for 2 days?
2 weeks, yes.
2 weeks.
But not with a selected individual, no.
Okay. And when did you get to the point where you knew it was going to be him?
That was 3 days prior to the incident.
And why him? Of all the kids in college here, why him?
I believed that he would have had the least impact, sir.
Impact of on what?
I believed he didn't have many friends, or many close friends, I should rephrase. And as his, as he is going missing, his absence would be less notable.
Okay, so would have been if tomorrow at school nobody would have thought anything of it.
That was the plan, sir, yes.
Okay.
When asked what should happen to him, Murray provided a very chilling answer.
What do you think should happen to you?
Death sentence, sir.
And why do you think you deserve the death sentence?
An eye for an eye, sir.
Do you believe an eye for an eye?
Yes, sir.
He was charged with first-degree murder, but was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Although the next case doesn't include any confession, it is the perfect way of conducting an interrogation. Number 5. Perhaps the shortest interrogation ever. This last case shows an example of how interviews should be held. The suspect is an 18-year-old who hit a cop with his car. Let's take a look at the interview.
I'm Investigator Oswald, Dallas Police Department. understand you said you'd be willing to talk to me about why you're in handcuffs?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Being it is a criminal investigation, obviously you're not free to go because you have warrants for your arrest. I'm going to read your Miranda because it's very important you understand your rights. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any question if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you? Yes, sir. Have you previously asked any other law enforcement officer to allow you to speak to an attorney about this incident? Have these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
Say what?
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You don't want to talk to me?
I just call him.
Okay, you can call your mom at the jail. All right.
The cop handled that perfectly as well. He didn't try any tactics or baits and just left when the suspect said he didn't wish to speak. If you want to watch more of these interrogations, please subscribe to the channel.